So what is coming on this weekend of March, our first weekend of March? What is coming is the content update post by Blizzard about 10.0.7. Now, this type of post usually comes before the release of the patch. This is sort of like the final product advertisement by Blizzard that they make as they are, right about ready to release the following patch, the upcoming patch. We have gotten our 10.0.7 and all of its different features. We're going to take stock for today about what is about to come in this patch, and also perhaps try to guess exactly when the patch itself is going to come out. First off, what is coming is a new set of heritage armor for orcs and humans. The original two races of the Warcraft franchise are actually just now getting their heritage armor. These two are going to be quests you will be able to pick up in Stormwind and Orgrimmar if you are exalted reputation with Stormwind or with Orgrimmar, and if you are above level 50. That's just about all it's gonna take for you to grab these type of heritage armors and also its recolors. Besides the heritage armor, still staying in our original continent, the Dragon Isles, we do have the new Winterpelt Furbolg faction. This is going to be, a cute little extra sub-faction on the side, which you will be able to progress in the Azure Span. The quest to be able to start progressing with this new faction or sub-faction is going to be available to everyone, and also you will be able to pick it up from your dungeon journal, so you actually don't have to go anywhere to start the whole process. But before picking that up, you will have to have completed 2 of the side chain quests in the Azure Span, Winterpelt Hollow and Rustpine Den. So if you were interested in trying to learn more about this faction in 10.0.7, you have to make sure to do these 2 side quests first. Now, however, it's time to leave the main continent of the Dragon Isles and take a detour to the Forbidden Reach, the subcontinent which the Evoker class started its leveling experience has now been repurposed as an endgame zone for patch 10.0.7. This zone will function more or less how you normally have gotten to know endgame zones nowadays in WoW. You will get your treasure caches, your chests, your rares, your bigger rares. You're gonna get your primal storms, only available, your special primal storms, only available in the Forbidden Reach. All of these type of rares and caches and chests and whatnot will also start dropping a whole lot, and I mean a whole lot, of elemental overflow, the currency that you have been earning from the current primal storms in-game, except at a much higher rate. The Forbidden Reach is also the place which will have new dragon glyphs for you to collect. You need to collect dragon glyphs because 10.0.7 will also introduce aerial hold and airborne recovery, 2 new talents for your Drake. And then of course perhaps the final point, the more curious point of the patch of 10.0.7 is going to be the Zskera vaults. This type of randomized vault system where you're gonna go inside and explore different doors for you to open with your keys. These type of keys of course have to be earned by playing in the open world of the Forbidden Reach. So you won't have an endless supply of keys for you to open all the different doors in the vaults. You have to go around. You have to go around opening treasures, opening caches, doing open world events, as well as defeating rares, as well as the primal storm around the Forbidden Reach to earn keys, and then you can bring your keys in the vaults and start opening doors. These vaults and the opening of doors is what will award you a whole bunch of new toys, a whole bunch of new battle pets, as well as of course the new item to be rewarded from these vaults, the primordial stone gem ring, which you will be able to get. I believe the starting item level used to be in the PTR 405 item level, and then by upgrading your gems that you socket in the ring more and more and more, you can bring it all the way up to item level 424. So at least you also have something to do in particular for the min-maxers, right? For the players who are into the competitive side of the game, for example. They look at all of this and they are like, well, I don't really need anything from this new bit of content. Now we might also have something for these type of players to go for. A pretty high item level ring, which might also be very, very powerful depending on the effects you're gonna end up putting in the ring. The last bit of info related to 10.0.7 for all of the 27 Monk players in the game. Monk in 10.0.7 will also be usable by 3 new races: Goblin, Lightforged, Draenei and Worgen. So you can play now your Goblin Monk. Curses to whoever will actually end up rolling one. This is what is going to be available in patch 10.0.7 besides the bigger chunk we said we're going to cover later on, which is going to be the class and spec changes. Now the other part is the question about the release date. We have already said that this is the final big post that Blizzard does before releasing a patch. So when exactly is the patch actually going to come out? Well, we only have one thing, honestly, to go by, which is the roadmap released by Blizzard themselves, which told us patch 10.0.7 will be coming out in spring. So spring beginning the 21st of March, that's more or less when we can assume the patch will come out. Or at the very least in the latter part of March. That would be the general prediction about the release date of this patch. Maybe they were not verbatim, maybe they meant the majority of the patch was going to be taking place in spring and not the actual release date, but either way, what we are sure of is that the patch is few weeks away from its release date. So that is what matters for now, and also for now this is all we had to report about this upcoming patch, and then tomorrow perhaps, or in a couple of days, we will also be covering all of the balance tuning and class and spec changes that will come with patch 10.0.7. But for today, I am going to leave you to the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. We are starting our goodbyes as usual by thanking all of my Patreon supporters for the contribution and the help to the growth of the channel. You can still support in other free ways, for example, liking and commenting down below. Subscribing to the channel itself are perfectly fine enough ways. You can also support by following me over on my Twitter, as well as following my stream over on Twitch. Now, with these social pleasantries out of the way, I am going to leave you all alone in this weekend. Thank you guys again for watching. See you guys soon, and in the meantime, I have to go out. It's cold, it's dark, I don't really want to go out.